2013 Caprice PPV. This car came to us in its current configuration. Dusty went through, fixed some things in the engine, transmission cooler, just some maintenance issue, put a nice large transmission cooler on it, fixed some things with the intake, catch can, plugs, wires, I believe, some things like that. And this has the P1 kit that they sell that has the don't touch with me kind of deal. So it's made to make about 9 to 10 pounds of boost, which is exactly what we're seeing. We don't know what cam it has on it, but it does have headers, long tube headers, of course, exhaust, and Magnaflow mufflers at the back. We finished up the 93 portion, and it also has a DSX pump and looks to be around 90, 100-pound injectors. And it made 601, 532 torque with a nice, very flat 11.5 to 1 air fuel ratio and about 16, 17 degrees of timing. We're going to turn that on up to about 21, 22, maybe more, depending on what the 85 likes, and shoot for a little bit more. Dusty, what all did you do on this one?
This one just did some finish work. Put a different, had a huge, obnoxious transmission cooler.
Oh yeah, we fixed that.
Put a fan on the front, put a new, standard trans cooler, something like it'll be fine for what we're doing here. Mighty Mouse catch can, cleaned up some things.
A lot of things you can't see.
Yeah, there's a lot of behind the scenes, but just cleaned up some wiring, cleaned up some things with the intake manifold.
Yep, put a new fuel pump in it because that was a little, we found that out in the first few pulls, so it took longer than it should have on the 93 stuff. We found out it was not making the pressure, and the DSX aux pump was actually doing most of the work.
Yeah.
And this one has 22s on it and made 600 on 93 with the 22s. So we'll turn it up a little bit on the E85 and shoot for about hopefully 40, 50 more. I'd like to see 650. I think that'd be a good solid number, especially on the P1 base kit. This has the, what is this blow off? This is the standard blow off valve?
It's the closed system, so it's a standard blow off valve, but instead of being open air, it blows back into the boot for the air intake, so it's quieter. But this is like when you buy a kit, like the tuner kit where you kind of add what you want. We typically, when we sell and install a kit, we get the tuner kit and then add our goodies onto it. This is what you would buy, like
everything. It probably came with the injectors, maybe even a base tune.
More likely, and you can see here, it even says like "Do not remove, warranty void." It's a sticker on there, so everything kind of came together.
Gotcha. And it also has the small
intercooler. Also.
Smaller intercooler. So these power numbers I'm pretty happy with, because as with the D1, we usually see with no filter about 740. I think mid 700s with the D1 setup. So for this car, if we can get it around 650, only 100 horsepower less without the upgrades, that'll be pretty good. And that's another good example of the differences in the upgrades that the procharger has. Do you know anything about the cam in this one?
I don't. He doesn't either.
It's relatively small. It only wants to auto about 700 or so. So it's not as large as I thought.
Yeah.
So anyways.
I think it's doing good for all the unknowns.
Oh, it's doing great. And we'll get back here with you on a couple pulls and see what the E85 does.
What's up, everybody? We're back. We got the 3 tunes done. First tune is how the vehicle came in at 524.
Yeah, we had to do some baseline in there, so I won't say it came in that low, but that was our baseline.
Yeah,
to where it started.
601 on 93 and 682 on E85.
E85, yep.
Cool difference.
E85 always likes more timing, thus your difference in power. And the air fuel, as you can see, is pretty good on all of them, except for where we started. So be safe and have fun for years to come. Thanks again.